There was no way of knowing that you actually exist outside of your own head. Greetings gamers and welcome back to Top 10 Gaming. I'm your host Colin Monroe, and if time travel is ever possible, then it's already possible. With Half-Life Alyx set to release in the near future, we thought we should revisit some of the creepier things that the Half-Life franchise has spawned over the past few years. But what stories did the fans create? That's what we're exploring with today's list of the Top 10 Half-Life Creepypastas. Roll the intro. And at 10 worth the wait. I got an email from my friend at Valve. He said that he had spent countless hours trying to figure out what was going on, but he had found a copy of episode 7. He had sent me a code and I loaded it into my Steam and launched the game, but the menu had a bloody crowbar and a head crab. And the launcher wasn't official. The name was just ep3.exe. The game started like any other Half-Life game, and the title said Half-Life 2 episode 3 like it should. But when I loaded, I already had all my weapons. Normally you'd have to collect them, but I even had a fully charged HEV suit. I woke up in a shed with citizens begging me to leave them alone. I tried moving, but the keys didn't work. Then Gordon started walking on his own. Gordon grabbed a knife and then threw it at a citizen. They died instantly and blood flowed down their back. Gordon took the knife again, then cut open the citizen and put a live grenade into the cut. It exploded as well as the citizen. Then he pulled out a shotgun and killed several people that he saw. The game started filling with static, and then it said, the theme of this game is be patient. And at 9, what the actual F happened. When I was bored, I illegally downloaded the original Half-Life game. I started playing, and during the sequence when you push the cart to the ray, a Vorticon fell into the cart but didn't despawn. It started attacking me. I thought it was a bug, but later in the game I forced a guard to open a door for me so I could get the shotgun early, and I tried to break a box but alien blood came out of it. The other boxes in the room didn't do that, only that one. I left and went to the elevator for the next level, where the fireproof door activated, but there was no scientist and no security guard, as if they had already died. I shared a save with others and they call me a liar, even though when I load it on their computers, I see it, but they claim not to. I don't know what's going on, but I deleted the game after that. Number 8, Half-Life 2 Episode 3. I hope this letter finds you well. You may not have heard from me in a while, but let me explain. I've been hopping around in other dimensions, but I've experienced a critical change in my circumstances. My aircraft was shot down, but we don't know what could have done it. We are held up in some form of bunker and are waiting to board up the doors when it becomes a physical danger. We are worried of freezing to death in this blizzard, and if we aren't able to get food, we won't last for very long. We can hear something coming from outside. If you receive this letter, I may yet be alive. I am on planet unknown in dimension unknown. The planet and dimension are impossible to read. Please come find me soon. Yours in infinite finality, Gordon Freeman, PhD. And it's 7 Zombie Box. I was playing an early test version of Half-Life Alyx, but somehow the game was totally different than what it was described. There were no enemies, it was just terrain and puzzles, until I encountered the Zombie Box. When I came close to it, it flashed green, as if turning on, and then zombies spawned a couple at a time. Since there were no enemies, I had stocked up on ammo, but the zombies kept coming. The longer they went on, the stronger they got, until the poison zombies started appearing. Then I had to run. They threw their head crabs at me, and the damn mouths on those things are terrifying. All I remember is turning around and seeing one right in front of me. Then I blacked out. And at 6, Developer's Own Downfall. I was developing a mod for Half-Life 2, where a town would slowly be corrupted as you worked to fix it, but then the game started getting a mind of its own. It's driven me so mad that I only remember parts of it, but my therapist told me to write it all down, so here it goes. The brain inspector told me whatever I see in this mod was my own doing, and she even said she may not be what I made her to be, but all I can think of is my house on fire and that I can only move when she's not around. I kick and scream, but to no avail, and the worst part is I don't know how to fight it. I feel things getting warm and my sight is fading to black. Doctor, what should we do? This kid's gone mad. Put him on ice. Time for a lobotomy. Halfway through at number 5, Ghost Cupboard. Apparently in the Half-Life game for the PS2, there was a bug involving a filing cabinet at the Black Mesa base. When you approached the cabinet, it would run at you and follow you no matter where you went. This phenomenon became so popular it got dubbed the Ghost Cupboard, and was only found in the PS2 version of the game. This was somewhat true. See, the cupboard would only look at the player, due to the mechanic added by the game devs that allowed NPCs to turn their heads to face the player. This mechanic was simply added to the cabinet by accident. However, the ones who claimed the cabinet chased them had some strange things happen to their consoles, like the game being removed from the library, saves being corrupted, and someone's entire PS2 got corrupted at one point. But only if the cabinet chased you, which is weird. And at 4, Headcrab. I wake up. The last thing I remember is black. I do my morning routine and head out to the fields. The others are with me and we're having fun. The playground is quiet with everyone else gone. The invasion is over, the aliens went home, so we have to keep going, otherwise what was the point of surviving? After playing outside, we wash up and come come back inside, my friends asked me what's on my head. I explained that it's my new hat, an alligator skin hat made in commemoration of surviving the invasion. They ask where they can get one. I show them to my shack where I keep my supply, and open the door, and all the hats jump at the opportunity to find themselves a new home. They're head crabs, not actual hats. In a 3 Deathmatch Mysterious Player. I loaded onto a server in Half Life 2 Deathmatch and went to shoot my opponent, but nothing happened. I said hey and got no response, he just walked past me. After a while I got tired of chasing him and just started to explore, but then I see in chat that he said he has a new victim for a surprise. I yell asking what surprise, but he said all in good time. I tried logging off and I wasn't able to. I also haven't been able to leave my computer. He walked over to my avatar, dropped something at my feet and then logged off. It was some form of modded weapon or something that claimed it caused the players in the server to remain trapped. But since there was no one else, it was just me. I was stuck. Forever. In a 2 Voices. I heard this thing every night, but the morning never comes. I am the hand of madness. The world around me is falling. The zombies growing. Faster. Faster. I am the savior of my people. My head hurts. I have not turned yet. I am your head. I am you. Get this thing off me! I am of the planet Zen. You are not going to rebel anymore. I have almost gone. Run, Alex. Run. No rebelling, Gordon. Alex is no more. You are no longer female. You are of planet Zen. You have died. To a head crab. Finally, in a number 1, the Ghost Player. The story I'm about to tell you is very much true, and the memory still haunts me to this day. I had loaded up Half-Life 2 Deathmatch one day, and went on a server called Antilink, only one person on, which I was kinda wanting anyway. I go in and I spent some time looking for the player who was on. I found him, but he was hitting a wall like something was there, and he didn't like it. I killed him, but when he respawned, he resumed his previous task. I tried talking to him through the server chat, but got no acknowledgement or reply. I was a bit pissed since I had encountered something like this before. I let him do his crap, and after a while the crowbar hitting concrete got annoying and I decided to follow him to see if he was trying to point something out to me. He even accidentally hit me, but didn't acknowledge he did so. I didn't shoot since I realized it was an accident. I followed him through the map and he stopped at the corner and continued hitting, but of course nothing was happening. I decided to walk away to collect some ammo. At one point I was walking across a catwalk. I saw him at a suit charger, but he wasn't using it, just looking at it. I threw a grenade down and he didn't even run from it. Boom. This kinda went on for several more minutes, and then some other players joined. I thought they would talk some sense into this crazy but they didn't. In fact, they didn't even seem to acknowledge him. If they killed him, it was an attempt to kill someone else. I tried saying something, but no one ever gave a reply. Everyone was too busy with something. Finally, the map changed. 10 seconds after everyone got onto this new map, the Ghost Player left. 10 minutes into the map he returned, and he did some killing, but no one but me fought back against him. I kicked his ass, and he quit again. He never returned after that. There we have it, friends, the top 10 Half-Life Creepypastas. Are there any more that I missed that you love, or did you know any of these already? Let me know below, and while you do that, I'll read out some comments from a previous video. Christopher Asselin said, Scott Cawthon might be watching this. If he is, Scott, let's do something together sometime. Let's collab. You can come here and play your own game. Get scared the hell out of, you know? I don't know, he probably didn't watch it. Sorry if I butchered your name, by the way. Alvin Lewis said, how are these even creepypastas? Five Nights at Freddy's was already creepy enough. These just sound like fan fiction. All creepypastas are fan fiction. Plus, if there are truly an infinite amount of universes, there is no real fiction. There would be a universe where everything we consider fiction is real, or one for each separate thing. So if you believe that, you're just as responsible for those deaths as William Afton himself. Shannon Ray Martin said, could you imagine the look on Little Red Riding Hood's face if she saw Nightmare Foxy in her grandmother's bed instead of the wolf? I think she was already having a nightmare when her grandmother was eaten, so I think it's pretty accurate. Barbara Stigdon said, the ultimate crossover, FNAF and Reese's Cups. Well, my pants were brown after that video, so I guess it kinda makes sense. That's all we got time for today. Thank you all so much for watching. I have been in Sean Connor Monroe, and I'll see you in another video.